corporation.
Congressman Hoyer, the Democratic caucus chose its leaders this past week by secret ballot, and yet you want to pass the union card check, which would deprive workers of the ability to cast a secret ballot when they're asked whether or not to unionize their workplace. Why is a secret ballot okay and desirable for Congress, but you want to take it away from workers?
Chris, very frankly, what we want is to make sure that workers can get the opportunity to be represented and to bargain collectively for pay and benefits and working conditions. We think that's a basic American right protected by law. The problem has been that getting an election has been extraordinarily difficult for American workers. Organizing and getting that ability to be represented has been extraordinarily difficult. That's why the card check bill came about. When you have over 50% sign up and say we want to be represented, and then they are prohibited from getting an election by all sorts of maneuvers, we don't think that's fair. We don't think that's the intent of the law, and that's why the card check bill has been proposed. We're going to look at that. We're going to see if there are modifications to it that can be effective. We'll bring compromise, but we think absolutely American workers have the right to organize and be recognized.
Congressman Boehner, is that the problem, that once you get a majority of people excuse me, going for union organization, that then the businesses won't agree to the election?
If you get more than half of your employees to sign a card, there's almost an automatic election. But even
it does sometimes get delayed, though, sir.
Oh, it may get delayed, but it's pretty hard to stop an election. But even there, only about 30% of the elections held do they want a union. This is nothing more than a payback to the big labor bosses who spent $400 or $500 million of their members' money helping the Democrats earn their majority in the Congress and by the White House. And to take away the secret ballot election from workers is not supported by union workers, by potential union members. This is, I think, an affront to the American people, and we will do everything we can to stop this.
Congressman Hoyer, I mean, it just on the face of it seems, the idea of the secret ballot seems like something that's very American.
I agree with that.
And the sense that you would take away the secret ballot would seem to lend itself to intimidation.
I think the problem is intimidation has led to prohibiting the elections that John says is automatic. You talk to organizing efforts, they will tell you, not only is it not automatic, but it is delayed ad infinitum until such time as the employees are dissipated in terms of the numbers of people who have supported.
Is this high on your agenda? Is this something you're going to pass early on?
Well, we passed it early on last year, and this is going to be certainly something that we give attention to early on.
Congressman Boehner, finally, House Republicans